What's the most useless thing you still have memorized? A dime has 118 ridges around its edge, and a quarter has 119. Ah, so you can tell them apart by touch. Very clever. My phone number from the house I grew up in, as well as a couple of my friends that I grew up with. All my exes, even from grade school. It's a curse. High out to 25 decimal places. Because I might need to calculate the circumference of the solar system with an accuracy within 5 inches someday. Bro, I know like 115 cause of the song on it lol. It's so catchy. Jabberwocky. The poem from Through the Looking Glass. I didn't memorize it deliberately, but I loved the books when I was a kid, and I read them often enough that Jabberwocky just is stuck. Confession, I still love the books. Still have the copies my dad gave me when I was 7. Every cringy action I've ever committed. Exactly as I'm about to fall asleep. 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, on a sesame seed bun. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Almond Joy's got nuts, Mounds don't. Kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. Kevin, please come over for gay sex. In less than an hour, aircraft from here will meet up with others from around the world, and will be launching the largest aerial battle in the history of mankind. Mankind. That word should have new meaning for all of us today. We can't get set aside by our petty differences anymore. Perhaps it's faith that today is the 4th of July, and we will once again be fighting for our freedom. Not from tyranny, oppression, or persecution, but from annihilation. We're fighting for our right to live, to exist. And should we win the day, the 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday, but as the day that we declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day. I have a structured settlement, and I need cash now. Call J.G. Wentworth. 877 CSH now. I have an annuity, but I need cash now. Best friend from grade school's home phone number. It's been over 35 years. A little less awkward than mine. A crush in high school drove past me one time, and my brain immediately decided her license plate number is a core memory that should never be forgotten. I don't even have my own license plate of 3 years memorized. Pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at supper time. When pizza's on a bagel, you can eat pizza anytime. Back approximately 1991, our dad challenged my brother and I to see how good our memories were, and we happened upon a taxi cab number. Still remember it to this day. Never have needed to call. Oh homework, I hate you, you stink, I wish I could wash you away in the sink, if only a bomb could blow you to bits. Oh homework, you're giving me fits. I'd rather take baths with a man eating shark or wrestle a lion alone in the dark, eat spinach or liver, pet 10 porcupines, than tackle the homework my teacher assigns. Oh homework, you're last on my list. I can't simply see why you even exist. If you just disappear, it would tickle me pink. Oh homework, I hate you, you stink. Jacques Prelutsky memorized 3rd grade. I'm in 46th grade now. Now this is the story, all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down. I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel Air. Early this morning, late last night, 2 dead men got up to fight. Back to back they faced each other, drew their swords and shot each other. A deaf policeman heard the noise. He came and killed those 2 dead boys. If you don't believe this lie is true, go ask the blind man, he saw it too. That's not even the whole poem. Even the part I memorized isn't really correct. Why do I have this memorized? Lol. Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. I thought midichlorians were the powerhouse of the cell. The prelude to the Canterbury Tales in Old Middle English. Edit. Apparently it's Middle English, not Old English. Either way, after all these years, it's taking space in my brain that's keeping out other things out. I still say that Dr. Carter was an amazing, crazy, but amazing, high school English teacher. The alphabet backwards. Can say it faster than front ways. Just waiting to get pulled over drunk one day so I can freak the cop out lol. I wouldn't try to get pulled over drunk. You do it first to show an example, and then I'll do it. Quadratic equation to the tune of Pop Goes the Weasel. Ours was to this tune as well. Went x equals opposite b, plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac, all over 2a. That is so funny, because what I learned is every slightly different wording, but still Pop Goes the Weasel. X equals negative b, plus or minus radical b squared minus 4 acres, all over 2a. Ohio is the only U.S. state that contains none of the letters used in the word mackerel, the first 80 consecutive digits of pi. I was up to 250 when I was actively memorizing, but only about the first 80 have stuck with me. Edit. I don't care about downvotes, but I'm so curious to know why people don't like this lol. Redditors are an odd bunch. All 50 nifty United States: Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, and Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, TXXXSS, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, Wyoming. During the 70s and early 80s, there was a rash of film strips to teach American school children the metric system. At the end of each one was the same speech about how we should think metric and not think about conversion from imperial to metric. For example, the narrator admonished, "It is not important to know that there are 2.54 centimeters to 1 inch." After almost 50 years, I still remember that there are 2.54 centimeters to an inch. Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven. My 5th grade teacher challenged us to memorize and recite the poem in front of the class for $100 and learned it, never recited it. This is a test. This is a test of the emergency broadcast system. The broadcasters in your area, in voluntary cooperation with local, state, and federal authorities, have developed this system to keep you informed in the event of an emergency. If this had been an actual emergency, the attention signal you just heard would have been followed by news or official instructions. This station serves the metropolitan Boston area and all outlying communities. This concludes this test of the emergency broadcast system. My best friend's childhood home address and phone number. Her dad was a cop and had her memorize this song in case she was lost or taken. I memorized it too, so I would have been returned to my best friend's house instead of my own. Every time we moved, my stepmom would make me write down over and over our new phone number and address. Have them memorized from 1st grade on. I just asked our cell phone carrier for an easy number so none of my kids could try to say that they forgot it. The last 4 numbers are all the same, and that number is repeated in both the area code and first 3 numbers. The first 3 numbers are also almost identical to our area code. The only problem is when we order food, something they think we're giving them a fake number. The preamble. No one gives an F about the US Constitution. Not even trying to be political with the current climate, I just mean, why did they force us to memorize it? No one has ever cared about the Constitution in that way. No one after 4th grade has ever even said the word preamble to me, and I still had to learn it word for whatever freaking reason. In my Catholic school district, we could not proceed to high school from 8th grade until, and unless we passed a Constitution test. There were kids who had to take the test over the summer until they passed. Do you have any useless information that you remember? Please feel free to share it in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe for more daily content.